Alright, let's catch up on some recent deaths that have happened over the last few days. We got 4 in this video. So we got 2 sports related and 2 entertainment related. So the first one is Joe Zuger. I wonder if Bolt's ever heard of this guy. Played at Arizona State, quarterback at Arizona State during the early 60s. Maybe played in late 50s, early 60s. Very good quarterback there. Picked in the 18th round by the Detroit Lions in 1962. Never played a snap in the NFL though, but he did play well in the CFL, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and he is a 3-time Grey Cup champion there. Was a punter as well. I know he punted at Arizona State, but I don't think he punted much in the CFL, but great player for the Sun Devils and also for the Tiger Cats. So Joe Zuger is gone. The other sports one is, this one happened Sunday, Ricardo Carty. I cannot believe I've never heard of Rico Carty. It's incredible. All these years, a 15-year career player. The 60s and 70s. I've heard of Rico Rossi, former Richmond Brave, who had 1 at-bat in the major leagues for the Atlanta Braves in 1991 and went 0 for 1. Rico Rossi, or as the Richmond Braves PA announcer would address him as he came to the plate, Rico Rossi. But Rico Carty, 15 years in Major League Baseball, mostly a left fielder, but boy, he was a versatile player. He could play also third base, he could play first base, did a little DH, and he could even play catcher. So real well-rounded player there, mostly with the Atlanta Braves, but also a little with the Rangers, Cubs, A's, Blue Jays, and about 4 years with John's Indians. So a 299 career hitter with 204 home runs. Nothing to scoff at there. And he's in the Braves Hall of Fame. And his most notable achievement was his 1970 season, where he was not only a National League All-Star, but he was the National League batting champion that year, 1970, with a .366 average. Think about that. He outbested players like Roberto Clemente and Pete Rose, who were going very well at that time. So incredible feat to win the batting championship that year. Wow, .366. So rest in peace, Rico Carty. Born in Dominican Republic, died in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so those are the 2 sports ones. And the 2 entertainment-related ones. The first one was, I think, last night. Michael Villella, one of the most underappreciated horror villains of the 1980s horror films. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. A lot of these people get all the glory, but no one ever talks about Russ Thorne, the escaped killer, really a kind of a Michael Myers ripoff, but from the 1982 horror film, and one that I watch pretty much every horror fest, if not every year, The Slumber Party Massacre. The guy that, Russ Thorne, a guy that I've compared his looks to S. Silver, has a strong liking to T-Roy. Russ Thorne. The film itself was kind of billed as a little more of the comedy side, but the character Russ Thorne really gave it an edge. If anything, it has some dark comedy elements in it, but just some regular comedy. But thankfully, since I'm not a fan of that, Russ Thorne really gave it a great seriousness, and there was a lot of seriousness to his character in that film. Very scary, very creepy. Takes a lot of love to do this. Like awesome character, awesome face. And so rest in peace, Michael Villella. He was also in the, I guess you could kind of call it softcore, not really, but adult, kind of maybe close to NC-17 film, Wild Orchid, as well as Wild Orchid 2. A couple of good favorite rentals for earning your, Wild Orchid. That's all I'm going to say. He was in both of those. All right. So Horror Fest 2025 will be kind of emotional watching the Slumber Party Massacre. Seeing Michael Villella for the first time after his passing. And then finally, this just breaking today, we lost a director, producer, film director, producer, Jim Abrahams of the Zucker, Zucker writing, producing, directing team. This guy he co-wrote Kentucky Fried Movie, which I referenced yesterday, and then he directed, produced Airplane 1980, which I referenced today, talking about David Leisure from last night's feature presentation, Thanksgiving at the Westons, 1992, because Leisure was in that film. Abrahams directed, produced it, and he also had a small cameo role in it as religious zealot number 1 or number 2, I forget which one. I think he's like one of the two guys at the airport with the white robe kind of thing, and saying, "Would you like a flower from the Church of Religious Conscience?" And I think the other guy might be probably one of the Zucker brothers. So he is in the movie as well. I think he gets punched in the face maybe by someone, but he did. He also did the 1984 film, also a Zucker Abraham Zucker film, Top Secret, which is a box office bomb. I've never seen it. Maybe it has some redeeming qualities. Naked Gun, 1988, Leslie Nielsen. Hot Shots 2. Just did a lot of good comedies. And one of the best things that he ever had his hand in, in my opinion, was the 1982 6-episode long comedy sitcom or TV show, Police Squad, with Leslie Nielsen and I can't remember the other guy's name, Nash, maybe, but the other detective who was in Zorberg. The guy who played Zorberg was really funny before he was replaced by OJ in the film. But gosh, those were funny, really funny shows. Canceled after 6 episodes because they were too fast for people's for the mainstream thinking. People who are incredibly sharp and quick and intelligent like me, definitely would have gotten it all, but a lot of things you miss when watching that. So, all right, so yeah, Jim Abrahams. That's a big loss. I think he and his wife did some good, work for like children's some kind of disease or whatever. But so yeah, Jim Abrahams, great film director, writer. May he rest in peace. Passing away today at the age of 80. So, all right. There's the death updates. I did 2 last week. There's 3. The Bob Butterbean Love, and the 2 Peterson, and then the other guy from the 2 drummers from Bee Gees. What a coincidence. So we got 4 for you today. So, all right, guys. That's the death notices and the rest in pieces. Rest in peace for those 4. For those 4 people. So, all right. See you for the next one. 71 degrees now here at the soccer field. All right. Thanks for watching. Later, boys.